Good evening and welcome to the Town of Acton Selectmen's meeting for October 24th, 2013. First item on the agenda, a salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Approval of the agenda.
I move we approve the agenda.
Seconded?
All in favor? Approval of the minutes of the last meeting.
I move that we approve the minutes of the last meeting.
All in favor?
Seconded.
Oops, sorry. Old business, we have none. New business, presentation of the Boston Post cane.
Welcome. We have a very special presentation tonight. On August 2nd, 1909, Mr. Edwin A. Grozier, publisher of the Boston Post newspaper, forwarded to the Board of Selectmen in 700 towns in New England a gold-headed ebony cane with the request that it be presented with the compliments of the Boston Post to the oldest male citizen of the town, to be used by him as long as he lives or moves from town. And at his death handed down to the next oldest citizen of the town. The cane would belong to the town and not the man who received it. The canes were made by J.F. Fradley and Company, a New York manufacturer, from ebony, shipped in 7-foot lengths from the Congo in Africa. They were cut in cane lengths, seasoned for 6 months, turned on lathes to the right thickness, coated and polished. They had a 14-karat gold head, 2 inches long, decorated by hand, and a fluted tip. The head is engraved with the inscription presented by the Boston Post to the oldest citizen. The Board of Selectmen were to be the trustees of the cane and keep it always in the hands of the oldest citizen. Apparently, no Connecticut or Vermont towns were included in this. In 1924, Mr. Grozier died, and the Boston Post was taken over by his son, Richard, who failed to continue in his father's success. The custom of the Boston Post cane took hold in these towns lucky enough to have the canes. As years went by, some of the canes were lost, stolen, or taken out of town and not returned to the selectmen or destroyed by accident. In 1930, after considerable controversy, eligibility for the canes was open to women as well. The town of Acton is one of these towns fortunate to have a cane. The last recipient of the cane was Mrs. Helen Wentworth. She received the cane in 2002. She passed March 29th of 2012, just 2 days shy of her 107th birthday. The cane that was given to the town will stay on display in the town's library with a plaque that will have the names and recipients. A cane will be given to the next recipient and kept for his use. Our next recipient was born April 1st, 1917 in Amsterdam, New York, and attended local schools. After graduation, he got a job for the Mohawk Carpet Mills and worked there until he was drafted. Basic training was at Camp Polk and then at Fort Knox. He was in CBI, China, Burma, and the Indian Theater in the war. He's very proud of his being a service in World War II and being a veteran. He was discharged from the Army in New York City. He went to school on Long Island to become an arborist. He worked in the field for Bartlett Tree Service until he fell and had a severe break in his arm. He worked for, he's worked for General Electric in Schenectady until a prolonged strike. He switched to working as a stonemason for a period of time and eventually returned to GE, where he retired at the age of 62. Upon retirement, he and his wife, Connie, moved to Florida, came north to visit here in Maine. He had always been an avid gardener and helped in his daughter's garden here in Acton. He has been living here in Acton with Joan and Richard Nast since the passing of his wife. At this time, it is our great pleasure to present the cane to Mr. Earl Bell. There's a pin that goes along with it for you. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Earl, we have a plaque for you too. A reproduction of the Boston Post game is hereby presented to Earl W. Bell. Congratulations.
That cane there is for you to have and to keep. Our original cane is still on display. Thank you.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you. Okay, next item on the agenda, open bids for the front entrance. We have put out bids to have a new handicapped access to the front of the building. Hopefully that we're going to have done this year before the winter. And during that time, the access to the building would be through this front door over here. Looking stuff. Okay, we had asked for design and installation, and we only have one bid, correct?
So we received one.
Okay, from Earthworks Landscaping. Total bid is for $12,542.62. They have included a diagram, and they have included samples of the stone that they intend to use. We had also asked them to send us some references, so we'll check on references, and we will hold off until our next meeting in order to award this bid. Thank you. Open bids for the well. As you may or may not know, after our recent flood downstairs, we discovered that our well has been contaminated by salt to almost 10 times, is it?
5 times.
5 times allowed amount of salt in the well, and we've been having several problems. This is our 3rd flood, and we've been changing constantly parts of the toilet and parts of sinks because the salt has been eating them out, and we finally discovered what it is. So the insurance company has told us, now that we understand what's happening, that if we don't put in a new well, then they will no longer cover us under insurance. So we put out for bids for the well, and we will be opening those tonight. First bid is from Streeter and Sons. We asked them for a price per foot for drilling and a price per foot for casing. Streeter and Sons is saying $10 per foot for drilling and $12 per foot for casing. And they're saying drive shoe will be donated and the well cap will be donated. They have insurance. And they have 4 references that we can call. So we will make calls on those references before we make a decision. Next bid comes from John Henry Sweat to the town of Acton. 6-foot well casing, $15 per foot. 6-inch well drilling, $12 per foot. 6-foot drive shoe to seal casing to ledge with 6 feet of watertight cap, $125. And they have given us 3 references that were done from October 6th to October 12th of 2013. So these are very recent wells. Again, we'll check on those references and we'll make a decision at our next meeting. All right, Acton's choice for administration and enforcement of timber harvesting standards. There's been some changes in how permits are given out for timber harvesting, and the Department of Agriculture, Conservation, and Forestry is asking us to make a choice between A, joint enforcement and administration duties with the Maine Forest Service, subject to the standard memorandum of agreement. Please enclose signed copy of the agreement. And B, turn full administrative enforcement duties over to the Maine Forest Service. Do I have a motion?
I move that we accept the joint enforcement and administrative duties with the Maine Forest Service, subject to the standard memorandum of agreement.
Seconded.
All in favor? Oop. All right, and it only requires one signature, so I'll sign.
Just one signature on the other one, just one signature.
Okay, we can sign this one too? Oh, sure, yeah, go ahead. Oh, no problem. See, 10, 4.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. There you go. Okay, they put down. All right, we're back. Holiday schedule. We will be closed Thursday and Friday for Thanksgiving. And do you guys have those dates? They didn't put them down on
No.
here? No. Lorraine, do you have those dates for Thanksgiving that we're going to be closed?
Yeah, I'll have them.
Okay.
Well,
2 seconds.
it's Thanksgiving and the day after.
Thanksgiving and the day
Right,
after.
all right, so we'll be closed Thursday and Friday for Thanksgiving, and the day after, the town hall will be closed. Okay, we have a plaque that we've received for Labor Day weekend. The Widow's Son's main grand gathering was a group of the the Masonic group, I guess it was from all over the world, met at the Acton Fairgrounds. And they sent us a plaque to thank us. It says Acton Town Board of Selectmen, in appreciation in making the 2013 Widow's Son's Main Grand Gathering a success. So we thank them for that, and we're glad they had a good time. We asked them if they were going to come back next year, and they said no, it's in a different state, in a different country every year, so we may not see them again for 20 years. The Mary Grant Nature Preserve had a pumpkin carving on Saturday. Kelly's Orchard donated all the pumpkins, and we thank them for that, and it was a great event for those who attended. There was a lot of kids there that carved pumpkins and spent several hours trying to get the piñata down. But it was a good time by everybody that was there, and we thank Kelly Orchard, and we thank the Mary Grant Committee for putting such a great effort into having that good time for the kids. All right, other business. Anybody have any other business? Nope.
Nope.
Okay, announcements. I don't have any other than what we've already done. So, a motion.
I move that we adjourn.
Seconded.
All in favor?